Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Over the past few videos, you've watched us go through an entire fertility treatment. You watched Ellie start her Femera, go to the appointments, watch follicles grow.
Found a new cyst that I had.
Surprise, right?
Yes.
And then take a lot of pregnancy tests.
Holy cow.
Well, nothing could have prepared us for what was about to happen. And we want to tell you the story of how we got positive, a positive test.
The last 2 weeks have literally been a whirlwind. Like, Brian and Misty were here. We had so much fun. They watched our kids while we went and did our IUI. We literally laughed so hard together. And then ever since then, it was like, I was like happy-go-lucky, it's gonna work. I was like optimistic, being happy in the moment because there was a lot of positive things to be happy about. And then the last week, this is the first day I look really good.
And you look so, I can't stop staring. I'm sorry.
We're going on a date tonight, but for a week, I'm never one to lay in bed.
About a week after Brian and Missy left our house, it was time for us to start taking the pregnancy tests, and you saw a lot of those pregnancy tests. We started to go from our positive, uplifting thoughts and slowly progress into things like, oh, maybe this won't work. But ultimately, we were waiting for that appointment for the blood work to take the final sure word, are we pregnant or are we not? The day or so before our appointment, we felt something different. We woke up and we started feeling pains in our back, sick.
Couldn't get out of bed.
And we're just like, there's no way.
I was so cranky. My back hurt so bad.
And
my head hurt so bad.
I was like, it would be one thing for Ellie to feel this. That would be like good news in my eyes. Like, Ellie, it's working. Look at all these symptoms you're going through. But I don't think sympathy symptoms work that well. My back was like crazy. And then we're like, you know what? We should probably take a test, a COVID test. So we had some COVID tests delivered to our house, and sure enough, we got our first positive.
My first positive in the whole week, which I laughed. I went, okay, that's what we're doing. And we've not had COVID.
Over 2 years of avoiding this plague. And this is the week that we get it.
Yep. I mean, if we get the slightest sniffle, we're testing. So I really don't think that we've had it.
No,
because
I
some
don't
people
think so
maybe
either.
you had it, you didn't know. I don't think we've had it.
No, I truly don't believe so. We called the doctor and we're like, hey, we just tested positive.
I can't come in and do my blood work. And I said, but my tests are negative right now. I said I was testing really early just because that's who I am. And there was like that 2 days where I got that slight positive, but then after that it was all negative. So I said, I don't know if it's like the blighted ovum again or just it was a false positive, but I'm not pregnant. So they had me send them pictures over text of the pregnancy test, and then they set up an appointment for me over the phone to talk to my doctor about what we want to do moving forward.
We will film and talk about that, but we have switched from pregnancy mind to COVID mind. Tell me all of the symptoms that you went through and experienced.
With COVID?
Yeah.
I just couldn't get out of bed. My back hurt so bad, my head hurt so bad, and then it was just like a really bad cold. I was really stuffy. You weren't stuffy.
No. It was really interesting for me. All in all, the symptoms that I experienced were terrible. I had lots of pain in my back and my hips and my legs, but mostly that was only at nighttime. I was a little congested, but honest to goodness, if we weren't experiencing both of this at the same time, I would have never guessed that I had COVID. I thought it would have just been like, oh, I slept wrong.
I feel like it was, for me, a mix of like my emotions and then COVID, but I couldn't get out of bed, and I haven't. Today's the first day I've gotten ready because I've just been blew. I can't believe it didn't work.
Yeah. I think that really hit you.
I can't believe it didn't work. I was so sure. I'm bummed.
Oh, absolutely. And that's kind of where we've been the last 2 weeks is we've just been down in the dumps about this, down in the dumps that we had COVID. We pulled the kids out of school. We've all been just like home.
Oh, that's what was, as I was just like, the kids aren't going to school. Like, we're sick. I don't know about them. So literally for like 2 weeks, we've all just like hunkered down in the house. The kids have watched so much TV.
And we don't feel guilty about
I don't
that,
at
okay?
all. I'm like, we've just like literally lived in the house, and I've enjoyed that part. Calvin did test positive too, and now he's over it. So we've done lots of laundry.
I think it's safe to say, but if you haven't guessed already, we're filming this after we've all tested negative and feel a lot better.
Yeah.
We quarantined and did everything that we were supposed to, but it was like not fun to be kicked while we were down.
Oh, Bonnie said it perfect. She's like, oh, what a way to pour salt in the wound. I'm like, I know. Because I sent them a picture of all these pregnancy tests that were negative and then a positive COVID. I'm like, well.
It was like dark humor though. It's like,
Very.
oh look, we've got a positive test. It's just not the one we wanted.
I mean, I was so excited. I was looking at like baby websites and clothing and stuff. Like, I was so sure.
It like makes me cry.
And like me and Missy were so excited.
Yeah.
Like every day we were sending like videos to each other, and I'm just like, it like when you say you're tired, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna go take a nap. It's like, I am so tired. Like, I am mentally like, it's like, why?
And I've talked about this with like my parents and Jonathan. It's so much more than just a physical tired. You are so
spiritually, emotionally.
Yeah, you are so spent mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
Financially. It's like, well, now the next step. And I'm like, well, like, it's hard to do.
And then we have all of the questions. It's like, well, what do we want to do next? Do we want to do another IUI? Do we want to take a break? Do we want to start going into IVF?
And we've actually been trying longer than we've tried with Jackson.
That is what shocked me a lot.
And I feel like maybe from like the outside, people are like, oh, like you've tried for 4 months, like you've done 4 things of merit. But it's like, we started trying on our 10-year anniversary and we're coming up on 13 years. So during that whole time, it wasn't like every single month because we haven't had a period every month, but every single like opportunity that I'm like, oh yeah, like maybe like it'll work this time. It's like, oh, it didn't.
Yeah.
So it's not like the whole time has been like gun ho, like, but we've been trying. So
we haven't been preventing ourselves from having children.
So it is frustrating now because it's like, I don't necessarily want to take a step back and be like, well, we'll just see if it happens. Because like I've done that. Like us even going into all this is because it was like, well, we did try. So I'm just like, okay. And yeah, so now Jared and I are like, okay, well, we'll just keep living our life and being super happy with the kids we have. But I think that that's not realistic for me. I think in the back of my mind, I know.
Yeah. And
so it's hard to just.
I think there's something to say about when you have that feeling, it's something different than just be happy with the kids that you have. It feels like there's something that's deeper there that's saying like, oh, keep trying, or else we wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's been one of the reasons that we have been continuing this journey is because we kind of feel that
push
deep within ourselves.
Yeah.
And
it's
maybe
so hard too, like with like Jackson, like I was on the bed with my mom, I had like the negative tests out and he came in and he's like, you're not pregnant. And I'm like, no. And he goes, maybe soon. And then Calvin's like, I need you to try and have a girl. And I'm
I
like,
really
that's
want a
not how
sister."
it works. And he goes, but you can take medicine for that. Because all he knows is I'm taking medicine.
He
I'm like,
said, make sure you take the medicine for the girl.
yes. I'm like,
That's
well,
what it was.
it's not how it works.
If only there was a way. Oh.
That is not easy. It's not easy to decide what you're gonna do next. I already told myself I wasn't gonna do more than 4
Rounds of Femera.
Femera. So I did 4 of those. I did 2 IUIs, and my doctor, even the last IUI, was like, you don't have to do it again. We can move and do a different treatment, which would be IVF. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So we did the IUI again. And now I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to do those other options. I feel like I tried them. So now it's like, we need to really talk and make a decision if we're going to move forward or if we're just going to like pause for a minute.
So that's where we are now, is we have a phone call with a doctor coming up soon, and we'll let you know how that goes. It's crazy how everything has unfolded so far. I never thought it would end up this way. You know, that glimmer of hope from that initial pregnancy test to negative to COVID.
I wish I would have asked him on the phone. Like, are those false positives?
I wonder
Or
if
was
it's from the trigger shot. Like if that gives something to the test to hold on to. I don't know. Let's ask him.
Yeah. But super depressing.
Yeah. Now that we're feeling better, let's go have fun on a date.
Okay.
I love you so much.
Love you too. We got a sitter. We're gonna go eat some yummy Mexican food and hang out with friends.
Everyone's feeling better, and we're so grateful for that.
So I put on this dress. Jackson's like, it's not church. I'm like, you don't have to wear a dress just to church. It was so cute.
It is so cute. I freaking love it.
It is.
Boom!
It's the perfect length. It's so cute to me, like, because it gets so hot here, and I'm like, I want to wear just like a fun summer dress, but it's hard to find. Every dress is either so frilly or has so much fabric, and I really like this, so I'll link it in the description. And I'm gonna go buy another one of their dresses.
And I should probably get dressed because I am.
Yeah, you gotta look cute for a date.
I'm underdressed for this
You look just
tonight.
fine.
Thank you.
You can wear this.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll keep you updated
Thank you
on
for
everything.
watching, and thanks for your sweet DMs. And I've met several of you guys over the years that you guys vlog yourself, and I've messaged several
with questions.
friends, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
tell me about this. Tell me about IVF. Tell me about what you like. There's so many factors that you need to think about before even going into that. That's overwhelming, and so I'm like just trying to get all the information.
We're grateful for the community that YouTube has created. Like seriously, we have some of our closest friends. Some of you guys have gone through experiences that we have yet to, and it's nice to be able to reach out and not feel alone, you know? And that's a big part of why we still are doing this. So thank you. We truly, truly mean it. And we hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks. We definitely have been blue though.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to end this. I don't even know what to say. I feel like it's weird to be like, okay, bye.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we don't have to end it like that because we have been blue, and that's okay. And all we have to do is just say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.